In 1992, Michael Jackson allegedly made a frantic 3 a.m. call to a friend, claiming he'd seen something in the sky that changed his life. What did he really see that night? Get ready, this story will challenge everything you thought you knew about the King of Pop. Beyond the stage lights, Michael harbored a fascination that reached far beyond our planet. He wasn't just the King of Pop, he was a seeker gazing at the night sky asking, "Are we alone?" Tonight we peel back the layers of myth and legend to investigate a story whispered about for decades. A story of strange lights, a frantic call, and a superstar convinced he'd witnessed something not of this world. This is the untold story of Michael Jackson's cosmic connection. Before the moonwalk, before the fame, there was a boy from Gary, Indiana, with eyes full of wonder. Michael Jackson's journey to stardom is legendary, but his fascination with the cosmos is less known. From childhood he was a dreamer, building worlds from sound and imagination, always looking up. He saw the stars as neighbors, not distant points of light. Michael believed the creative force behind his music was part of a universal symphony. Alone at Neverland, he'd spend hours gazing at the night sky, feeling most at home under the stars. Friends recall his obsession with space, aliens, and the unknown. He devoured books and documentaries searching for answers. For him, the idea of extraterrestrial life wasn't frightening, it was inspiring, a symbol of hope and unity. He often described melodies as if they were downloaded from somewhere else, feeling connected to something beyond our world. Neverland Ranch, far from city lights, became his sanctuary for cosmic contemplation. Michael's belief in the extraordinary shaped his art and his life. He saw himself as a conduit for something greater, dreaming of humanity joining a galactic community. His music, videos, and persona all reflected a desire to transcend the ordinary and reach for the stars. So when a strange night arrived at Neverland, he was ready, his mind already open to the impossible. That night, his private beliefs collided with a startling reality. The stars he'd watched for years were about to look back. In 1992, at the height of his fame, Michael Jackson formed an unlikely friendship, not with a fellow celebrity, but with a renowned ufologist. Their connection was private, built on a shared curiosity about the unknown. The ufologist found Michael to be a serious, knowledgeable student of the phenomenon, not just a thrill seeker. Their conversations delved deep, the physics of interstellar travel, the biology of alien life, and the spiritual impact of contact. Within this trust, Michael confided his most guarded secret, a personal sighting at Neverland Ranch. He described a close, sustained encounter with a craft that moved with impossible speed and intelligence, convinced it was not man-made. Michael feared ridicule, knowing his life was already a tabloid circus. The ufologist became his confidant, helping him analyze the experience and compare it to other cases. Michael's encounter changed him fundamentally. He wanted to bridge the gap between our world and theirs. They even discussed ways to document or encourage another sighting, exploring fringe theories about communication. This secret alliance grounded Michael's claims in a real-world relationship built on trust. He wasn't spinning a tale. He was seeking understanding, behaving as any genuine witness would. The event became a case file, a mystery to be solved. Neverland Ranch, already magical, now became a place of cosmic intrigue. Michael was no longer just a dreamer, he was a participant in the mystery. The pop star's conviction was filtered through the analytical lens of his new friend. The sighting was no longer just a memory, it was a shared secret, a puzzle at the heart of Neverland. And at the center of it all, Michael Jackson, the King of Pop, forever changed. Michael's confession wasn't the only strange event at Neverland Ranch. Over the years, staff, security, and guests reported their own sightings, silent, hovering lights moving with impossible grace. Some described dark triangular shapes or classic flying saucers, emitting beams of light and vanishing in an instant. These weren't just stories. Multiple witnesses, independent of each other, described the same phenomena. One former security chief recalled an object appearing in the same sky section on multiple nights, performing maneuvers no known aircraft could replicate. Staff began unofficially logging sightings, searching for patterns, but found none. Neverland became what ufologists call a window area, a hotspot for unexplained aerial phenomena. Was it the land, the energy, or Michael's own fascination acting as a beacon? Michael himself wondered if his desire for contact was being answered. The consistency of testimonies is hard to dismiss. People with nothing to gain, all describing the same silent, unnerving spectacle. The silence was more unsettling than any noise, a technology far beyond our own. Imagine Neverland's fantasy world set against the backdrop of a silent, otherworldly craft. The strange lights weren't just a curiosity, they were an invasion of his sanctuary. When considering Michael's alleged encounter, we must look at the place as much as the man. The evidence suggests Neverland was the stage for a recurring cosmic drama. Michael's sighting may have been the most profound, but it was part of a long series of strange visitations. Neverland's magic, it seems, extended far beyond the earthly. Michael Jackson's fascination with the cosmos wasn't hidden, it was woven into his art. The moonwalk, his signature move, evoked space travel, a gravity-defying glide across a celestial surface. His music videos became canvases for his extraterrestrial dreams. In Scream, Michael and Janet escape Earth aboard a spaceship, finding freedom in deep space, a literal depiction of his fantasy. The video's sci-fi imagery and Michael's comfort in that world spoke volumes. In Moonwalker, he transforms into a starship battling evil with no secret, it was his message to the world, and perhaps his greatest secret inspiration. Michael Jackson's life was a tapestry of talent, adoration, and mystery. Among the mysteries, his UFO encounter stands out, a story that reveals the dreamer and seeker within. Did he see a UFO, or was it a misidentification, a plane, a weather balloon, or a secret test flight? Michael's imagination was powerful. Perhaps his longing for connection manifested as a vivid vision. But then there's the corroborating evidence. Staff accounts, the ufologist's testimony, multiple witnesses. These elements suggest something tangible occurred, grounding the story in reality. If others saw it too, it wasn't just a dream. The most profound possibility, Michael Jackson was a genuine witness to one of the greatest mysteries of our time. For a moment, the veil between worlds lifted, confirming his deepest beliefs. His otherworldly image, futuristic art, and songs of unity become more than artistic choices, they become testimonials. His legacy is about wonder, the courage to believe in the impossible. Perhaps his greatest act was living as a man who'd seen proof we are not alone, embedding that knowledge in his art. We're left at a crossroads, skepticism or wonder. There's no proof. Just the story, a late-night call, strange lights, and a man who brought a bit of heaven to earth. The final question remains, what did Michael Jackson see? Maybe the answer isn't as important as the fact that he dared to look. In the end, the story of Michael Jackson and the UFO is open to interpretation. Was he a dreamer conjuring visions, or a witness to a truth so profound it could only be expressed through art? The evidence is tantalizing, but the verdict remains locked away in the stars. Whether you see him as a dreamer or a witness, his story compels us to look up and wonder. The truth may have gone with him, but the question remains for all of us. Michael Jackson's greatest performance may have been his life, and this its most mysterious scene? Comment below. Do you believe Michael Jackson truly encountered something otherworldly, or was it just imagination? Like and subscribe for more stories that defy explanation.